Super Troll Islands for the SNES is one of the dumbest games I have ever played. First of all, the title is kind of a major misnomer there. Despite the use of the word islands, there isn't any proof that this game takes place on an island, let alone like a variety of multiple islands. Kind of just takes place in like a troll forest for the most part. There's also a part where it happens on like birthday presents. And you know, right off the bat, that's kind of putting the game out on a bad foot for me. So we start the game and we get this nice font here. It's really good. It's flashing, multicolored, gyrating fucking bubble letters that you can't read. They're zooming in and out, and then they've been there for about 5 seconds and they decide to fall off the screen and something else pops up, and it's like I was trying to read that. Kind of wanted to know what was going on in the troll story. No one really explains what's going on in the troll story. This essentially ruins the game right off the bat. There's not a whole lot of coming back from that. It just goes away too fast. It's really shitty. It's bad for people who like to read, is basically what I'm trying to say. Also, the trolls seem to wear no pants, and despite my best attempts, I can't spot a genital on them. The idea of Super Troll Islands is kinda like reverse Pac-Man. When a troll of your choosing touches a space, instead of eating a dot, it turns the ground from monochrome black and white to a colored tile. By itself, this is kind of an interesting concept and gives the game some visual flair. Essentially, the goal of each level is to fill in these weird platforms and ladders, and once all the color is filled in, it fills in the middle with like a picture of the background. And once you do that to all the platforms in the level, then you move on to the next level. It's pretty simple actually, and it's kind of a nice concept that's different from getting to the end or killing every enemy. It's one nice thing about the game. Some weird shit happens though in the levels. You collect fruit and stuff like that. You can throw the fruit at enemies and it will kill them sometimes. And if you press R while you're holding the fruit, it disappears. When the fruit disappears, I'm just assuming that the troll eats it, but they don't show that. I'm guessing they eat it just like I eat to drown my feelings out. Then somehow you gain these custard pies, which are like fruit that you can throw, except you just throw it whenever you want. You don't even have to have fruit, so there's kind of no point to having fruit. You should just collect custard pies. But when you throw it at the enemies, they get covered in this yellow pie goo. Then when you walk over them, your troll eats them. That's pretty weird. One really good feature of the game is that when you climb a ladder, your troll snaps its neck to maintain eye contact with you. This is a great job interview tactic. At one point, there was a bonus level. I was collecting party hats instead of these plum things that were in the normal levels. There was no end really, or any set goal that was flashing on screen that I could read, so I just collected hats until the time limit ended. That was a pretty dumb part of the game, but at least it broke up the pace a little bit. For a minute there, I thought different trolls had different abilities. It seemed like certain ones would jump higher or run faster, but I couldn't really figure it out, and I didn't want to look online because I was feeling lazy. Then I cheated anyway and watched a walkthrough, but he gave up at level 9, which was pretty much where I gave up, so it wasn't really a good walkthrough. My guess is that the makers of this game put a mystical curse on it that prevents progression beyond this point, and nobody has seen further than this despite the game's seemingly easy difficulty. When I searched on Google for this game, it says that a website called Lukey Games gave it a 5 out of 5. Upon further inspection, it appears to be a site where the game is being sold, so this seems like a biased source, and I can't trust this review in good conscience. Looking back, I held some nostalgia for this game because my grandma had it at her house and I played it. But despite the cutesy graphics, the lack of substance and floaty controls completely kill it for me. To be honest, I didn't get very far, and I don't know if I gave this game a fair shake. I'd be willing to give it another go, but as it stands, for me, this game is better left as a pleasant memory. Those are my thoughts on Super Troll Islands.